Thesis statement: Jewish thought shaped the ancient world. Jewish thought, theology, and societal structures shaped the intellectual and religious development of Egypt, Persia, Greece, and early Christianity. The historical evidence, from legal codes, philosophical writings, and theological constructs, demonstrates Jewish originality, which influenced neighboring civilizations rather than merely assimilating their ideas. Essay 1. Jewish influence on Egypt. 1. Jewish legal and wisdom traditions preceded Egyptian adaptations. Instead of Jewish thought absorbing Egyptian wisdom traditions, it is highly plausible that Egyptian scribes borrowed from Jewish ethical writings. The instruction of Amenemope, circa 1100 BCE, contains moral teachings that closely resemble the Book of Proverbs, yet Proverbs, written centuries earlier, stands as an original monotheistic ethic, while Amenemope reflects a polytheistic reinterpretation of those ideas. Egyptian scribes adapting Jewish wisdom is a more logical explanation than assuming Jewish writers simply adopted Egyptian moral themes. Second, Jewish military presence in Egypt and its religious influence. The Elephantine Jewish colony, 5th century BCE, was not a passive population but an active participant in Egyptian religious life, maintaining a Jewish temple alongside Egyptian cults. Evidence from the Elephantine papyri shows that Jewish soldiers engaged in legal contracts and diplomatic exchanges that influenced local governance. Third, Jewish intellectual centers in Alexandria changed Greek thought. Jewish scholars in Alexandria, particularly those involved in translating the Septuagint, introduced monotheistic concepts into Greek discourse. Philo of Alexandria, far from being merely influenced by Plato, reframed Platonic thought through Jewish theology, introducing the Logos as a divine intermediary, which later shaped early Christian doctrine. Instead of absorbing Greek philosophy, Jewish thinkers redefined it in monotheistic terms. Essay 2. Jewish influence on Persian thought. Cyrus the Great's policies were modeled on Jewish governance. Cyrus's Edict of Restoration, 539 BCE, granting Jews the right to return to Jerusalem, echoes the covenantal leadership structure found in Jewish law. The idea of a ruler chosen by divine will aligns more closely with Jewish monarchic traditions than Persian administrative precedents. Isaiah 45:1, calling Cyrus a Messiah, suggests not Persian influence on Jewish eschatology, but Jewish influence shaping Persian governance. Second, Persian eschatology borrowed from Jewish apocalyptic thought. Persian Zoroastrian dualism, Ahura Mazda versus Angra Mainyu, emerged after contact with Jewish apocalyptic texts. The Book of Daniel, 165 BCE, details cosmic battles, angelic hierarchies, and resurrection, ideas that predate Persian end-times theology. Instead of Jewish eschatology mirroring Zoroastrian thought, Persian scholars adopted Jewish visions of cosmic justice. Third, Jewish legal structures in the Persian Empire. The Sanhedrin, the Jewish High Court, likely influenced Persian administrative satrapies, regional governance structures with autonomous legal systems. The Jewish legal tradition under Persian rule was not a borrowed bureaucracy, but a model for decentralized governance that the empire later adopted. Essay 3. Jewish influence on Greek philosophy. First Greek thinkers engaged with Jewish metaphysics. Historical accounts confirm that Pythagoras, Aristotle, and Clearchus of Soli engaged with Jewish philosophers. Pythagoras's numeric mysticism resembles Jewish Kabbalistic thought, where numbers symbolize divine order. The accusation that Pythagoras borrowed Jewish ideas suggests intellectual exchanges favoring Jewish originality, not the other way around. Second, Plotinus's soul doctrine parallels Jewish mysticism. Plotinus' concept of the soul's ascent mirrors Jewish Merkaba mysticism, where prophetic figures traverse heavenly realms. Jewish apocalyptic visions, such as Ezekiel's chariot, predate and likely influenced Neoplatonic metaphysics. Instead of Judaism borrowing from Plato, Neoplatonism absorbed Jewish mystical elements. Third, Jewish ethical monotheism framed Greek moral discourse. Greek philosophy struggled with polytheistic morality until Jewish monotheism provided a structured ethical model. Plato's ideal of justice resembles Jewish legal frameworks found in Deuteronomy, where law originates in divine revelation rather than human speculation. Greek ethics were reshaped through Jewish absolutism, not vice versa. Essay 4. Jewish influence on early Christianity. The Logos concept was Jewish before Christian usage. The Logos theology in John 1:1 derives from Philo's Jewish interpretation, not Greek abstraction. Philo framed the Logos as divine reasoning within monotheism, which was later adapted by Christian theologians. The second, Jewish messianism, shaped Christian eschatology. Instead of borrowing Persian resurrection themes, early Christian doctrine expanded Jewish apocalyptic ideas from Daniel, Isaiah, and Enoch, concepts already present in Jewish thought before Christian development. Third, Jewish legal structures influenced Christian church governance. The Sanhedrin model of authority echoes early Christian hierarchical structures, showing Jewish institutional influence on church leadership models. Conclusion: Judaism as the intellectual origin, not passive borrower. These essays provide historical proof that Judaism shaped the Egyptian, Persian, Greek, and Christian intellectual worldviews. The assumption that Judaism merely borrowed ideas from these civilizations ignores the textual, archaeological, and philosophical evidence that Jewish thought was a primary force in shaping ancient intellectual traditions.